Hey everyone, so it's Steph here, and as promised, I'm going to do a food review for you and go through my week one. That's back for week one of my. It's upside down. Week one of my ideal protein, what I ate and how that went, and it's just kind of what I had to write in my diary. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through that with you. These are what the diary pages look like. You say for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, the foods I ate or drank, and the ideal protein diet foods that you ate or drink. And then check off that you drank enough water. You're supposed to have at least 64 ounces of water a day. Funny thing is, I was thinking of, you have to have 8 ounces. And I was thinking 8 water bottles, so I'm like, oh no, I haven't done it. I only drink 4 to 6 a day, which is more than enough. It's a little over 3 water bottles and you're good. So yeah, and then check off if you had your multivitamins and rate yourself on the day. So, I just skipped a page. My first day, Tuesday, I had an orange drink for breakfast, and it you stick it in the shaker and you add water and you mix it all up and shake it, and then you drink it. No big deal, pretty easy. And it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best. They kind of have that protein smell, which I don't really care for. Anyway, and then I had broccoli and cauliflower for lunch, just raw veggies with my food. And my food was potato puree. That was okay as well. Could definitely use a lot more seasonings, but I'll eat it again, kind of thing. Then for dinner, I had chicken and steamed asparagus. Sorry, my light's all messed up. I need to fix that. There we are. Much better. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I had chicken and steamed asparagus. My chicken was cooked in olive oil, Nick's a cook. So he did that for me, and it was so good, and I was so happy. And yeah. And then for snack, I had dill pickle zippers. I didn't finish them. And I had all my vitamins and all my water, and I rated myself a 6 because it didn't do as bad as I thought I would. Then for breakfast, I had tea. You're allowed tea or coffee in the for your morning, which I was excited about. Even though I'm a night tea drinker, it's just kind of nice, and I drink a lot more tea in the morning now as a treat. And then I had a peanut butter crunch bar. Hence why I decided to buy the box this time, because those are so good. And then I had broccoli and cauliflower again for my vegetable, and banana pudding. That was gross. The taste was good. It tastes like banana penicillin that you get when you're sick with strep throat and stuff. But the texture was very thick and just not, I don't know. And then for dinner, I had ginger chicken and steamed broccoli and cauliflower. I marinated the night before in soy sauce and ginger. So good. And I was oh my goodness, yummy. And Nick was didn't think my dinner would turn out very well, and it did. And then for snack, Nick took my pina colada mix and put it into crushed ice. So I had a pina colada slush, which was yummy. And then that was Wednesday. Or what did I rate myself? Sorry. I rated myself a 5. I took everything I needed. For breakfast on Thursday, I had a Crown granola bar. Crown granola bar. Those are good too. Any of the granola bars, all the restricted foods that I had were so good. I can only have one a day, but they were so good. I'm if I could just take my entire diet on freaking granola bars, I would. And then for lunch, I had broccoli and cheddar soup and pickles, dill pickles. Okay, here's the thing with broccoli and cheddar soup. Tasted fine. I ate it pretty fast, but the broccoli tree heads are what's in the soup, and it's freeze dried, so it's just these little bits of the broccoli, and they're still hard even after you cook it on the stove. And yeah, it was not very appetizing afterwards. I was really nauseous that night, so in bed I'd close my eyes and I'd think about eating my broccoli and cheddar soup, and kind of gag and want to throw up, and then I have to open my eyes, so I stop thinking about it and close my eyes, and then it'd be like, no, can't, and that turned me off soups, and that dish kind of haunted me. It wasn't gross, but it was at the same time, you know, like I could eat it, I could, you know, I didn't even have to choke it down, I just ate it, no big deal, didn't taste bad, but afterwards, the taste haunted me. I can't explain it, but anyway. And then for dinner, I had fat-free ham and alfalfa sprouts and red peppers. What I did is I put alfalfa sprouts, like a bed of alfalfa sprouts, on a plate, and then I put like the fat-free ham on top, and I'm allowed mustard because that's like 0 calories and stuff, and I put the mustard on it, and then I had red peppers on the side. It was so good, and I love having it on the bed of asparagus, hence why that's another one of my dinners. But that day I rated myself a 6. Probably should have rated a 5 because that soup haunted me. Then Friday, I had a vanilla peanut bar for breakfast. Yummy. Then I had pickles and peppers, and then pink lemonade. Okay, pink lemonade was very, very sour and hard to choke down. Like, I literally had to force myself. It was not cool. And then I had cod and steamed veggies for dinner. And Thursday and Friday, I didn't have a snack because I was very nauseous, and I was like, you know what, I cannot do these snacks. And I told my coach at the meeting, I'm like, yeah, I skipped snacks like on 3 days, and she's like, oh, you know, they're optional. And I was like feeling guilty, and I'm like, oh, great, sweet. Anyway, moving on. Saturday, that was the day I got pumped. I was so, I had so much energy, and it was just great, and just, yes. And anyway, so I had a chocolate bar for breakfast, yes, and that was like my least favorite of the bars. Like, I liked it, but it was just too chocolatey for me, and it was too much of a bitter chocolate as well. But anyway, so I ate that for my breakfast. Then I had cauliflower and celery for lunch, and blueberry cran granada drink for lunch. That thing is amazing, and it had no gross protein aftertaste, no nothing. I just chugged that crap back. It was so good. And it was like the one thing in a packet that I had to mix that was amazing. Like everything else, you know, I either had to choke down or didn't really care for, or it was okay, like I said before. But the blueberry cran granada drink, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to drink this. And yeah, it was amazing. And then I had steak and steamed broccoli and cauliflower for dinner. I rated myself a 10 because that day was freaking awesome, and I didn't have a snack. Then Sunday I had a hot chocolate, or I had the chocolate drink in the morning. The chocolate drink is you mix it all up, but then you heat it up in the microwave, and oh my goodness, it tastes exactly like hot chocolate. Like exactly. I was gonna get it this week around when I had to buy new food, but I wanted the pre-made stuff, and so I got some of the blueberry cran granada drink, but not the hot chocolate. I just call it hot chocolate because it tastes like hot chocolate. It's just a little bit thicker, especially near the end and when it starts to cool off, but it is so good other than that. Like, yummy. And then I steamed broccoli and cauliflower for lunch, and then chili. So their chili is in a packet, and it has like beans and meat in it and all that stuff, and I don't like beans, so I'm like picking around the beans, and it just, I don't know, Nick made my food all that day, and except my dinner, but he made all my breakfast and lunch and stuff, and the chili, he added garlic and tried to make it good for me, and I couldn't even finish it. It wasn't gross, but it wasn't good. Like, you think chili and you think hearty and yummy, and I don't know, and you don't even get a lot either, and it was very unappetizing for me, at least. Then for dinner, I made myself my fat-free ham on bed of alfalfa sprouts again, but then I also had it with cauliflower and celery. And then I had butterscotch pudding for dinner, or for snack. Okay, the butterscotch pudding, this is what happened. I take a bite, I'm like, this tastes, no. Like, and by this taste, no. I mean, this, you think for like 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, like that first initial taste, you're like, butterscotch. And then it's like, no, I am not butterscotch. I am disgusting and gross. And it was just, not appetizing. And I don't know, I had to choke that one down anyway. And then I rated myself a 8 because of the food. That's why. The food does it all. And I'm lucky because if Nick's home, he, like usually in the mornings, he makes sure, especially if I have to work, he makes sure my vegetables are all ready for me to take to work. And sometimes he'll even steam them in the morning for me so I can take them up to work. I heat them up at lunch. And he'll like help me set up for the day. And then, I don't know, half the time he'll make them, and if he's home, he'll make me dinner. Like, right now while I'm filming this video, he's making me dinner. Having steak for dinner. Anyway, so Monday, I had tea, and then chocolate soy puffs for breakfast. Because I just like to, for breakfast, I don't want to make anything in the breakfast time, so I just kind of grab things that are like, unless it's my day off, I just grab things that are, you know, my restricted things that are prepackaged and I don't have to prep them or anything. So the chocolate soy puffs are pretty good. Not gonna lie. They kind of like have a crunch to them. Like they're kind of more hollow. They're not chocolate. They seem like chocolate with wafer in the middle. I don't know how to describe them. It's kind of like reminds me of Whoppers, but without being full in the middle. But it's kind of the same thing. If that makes sense. Anyway, so I had those and they were pretty good. Then for lunch I had steamed broccoli and cauliflower, of course, and a cappuccino drink. And the cappuccino drink was actually pretty good. Like, I'm not a big fan of coffee, but it was another drink that I had to make and then heat up, and you know what? It wasn't that bad. It kind of tastes like coffee crisp. Warm, melted coffee crisp. So good. And then for dinner, I had stir fry and chicken. Oh my goodness. Nick made the most amazing stir fry. Like ginger, garlic, and soy sauce. And then it was broccoli, cauliflower, and peppers. Yeah, broccoli, cauliflower, and peppers. And oh my goodness, it was amazing. And then he olive oiled my chicken and barbecued it separate because I had to have 2 cups of stir fry and then 8 ounces of the meat, right? So couldn't do it all together, but so I had them separate, but it was so good, and it just, I don't know, I felt like I was eating in a restaurant. Like, that's what I love. And then for dinner, I had snack, I didn't have 2 dinners. Snack, I had strawberry pudding, which was very frothy and very gross, and I did not finish it. And it was just, I don't know, I ate like half of it, and then I'm like, I don't want to eat it. I like whined like a little baby until I didn't have to eat it, pretty much. And I rated myself a 9. Because after Saturday, my energy's just kind of picked up, and I've been doing really good ever since then. Tuesday, the day of my meeting, which was yesterday. I had chicken noodle soup for breakfast, because Nick made me eat my soup. Well, he made it for me and made me eat it. And it was actually good. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't bad at all. It just tastes like chicken noodle soup. So I ate that no problem. Then for lunch I had steamed broccoli and cauliflower and chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding? Okay. Nick's like, oh, you know, they can't screw up chocolate pudding. It'll probably be like the best pudding ever. And yeah. So I made it, and it looked like shit and tastes like shit, pretty much. That, I'm sorry, but that is the best way for me to describe it. I literally put the spoon in my mouth and I'm like, and had to like force myself to swallow. And once I was done swallowing, I gagged. I took like 2 bites, and I'm like, I can't do this. And a girl I worked with, she took a bite and she's like, yeah, remind me never to go on this diet because your food's gross. I'm like, girl, this is the only like gross thing. At least other things I could choke back. So I took like those 2 bites. They weren't big bites either. And I rinsed out my container and threw out the rest. I just could not do it. And then for dinner, Nick made me shrimp. I had shrimp and it was cooked in olive oil, lemon juice, and garlic. And then we had salad, like just a whole bunch. We had cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, peppers, cucumber, and lettuce all like mixed together. And I can't have dressing, right? So I had it like that, and I just kind of like took every bite with shrimp, and it was so good. It didn't even miss having dressing, and it was really good, and I like wolfed it down because I was like so hungry from lunch. And yeah, and then today I had a peanut butter crunch bar for breakfast because I like it. And I didn't have that. I had that for lunch, sorry. I had one of those vanilla drinks for lunch or breakfast. Those were so good, and I was like pretty impressed, and I was like, yes. I was like, I've never tried it, but I'm gonna try it because I just want easy food. It was really good, and I definitely will get more of it. And then I also had tea, and by tea I mean like a couple sips